The official record of the trial of Adolf Eichmann, conducted before the District Court of Jerusalem in 1961, documents a proposal that the court treats as an established historical occurrence. In testimony relating to events in Hungary in 1944, the proceedings describe negotiations conducted through Joel Brand, who is identified as having been sent as a messenger to convey what the record refers to as a fantastic offer. The proposal is explicitly described in the proceedings as blood for goods. According to the court record, the proposal involved the release of Jews in exchange for material goods, including trucks. The text specifies that Jews were to be released and that the trucks would not be used on the Western Front. The proposal is presented in the record as a strategic exchange rather than a humanitarian initiative. The proceedings further establish that Brand was dispatched beyond Hungary to communicate this offer and that it reached foreign governments and allied authorities. The court introduces the proposal not as rumor or hearsay, but as an event, an offer conveyed, a messenger sent, and negotiations attempted. Its presence in the historical record rests on sworn testimony examined during judicial proceedings. The proposal emerged at a specific historical moment. In March 1944, Germany occupied Hungary to prevent it from leaving the war. Following the occupation, the deportation of Hungarian Jews accelerated rapidly. These events occurred during a period in which Germany's military position was deteriorating. The Red Army was advancing from the east, Allied forces were preparing operations in Western Europe, and the likelihood of German defeat was increasingly apparent. The court situates these developments within the activities of Adolf Eichmann, who was operating in Hungary in 1944 as the SS official responsible for coordinating deportations. According to the record, Eichmann met with Jewish intermediaries and conveyed the proposal through Brand, who was sent beyond Hungary's borders. Brand's mission brought him into contact with Allied authorities. British intelligence detained him, questioned him extensively, and transmitted reports through official channels. The proposal was evaluated, but ultimately rejected. Allied authorities expressed doubt that any large-scale release would be honored, and raised concerns that providing trucks or other goods could strengthen Germany's military position. No authorization was granted, and no exchange took place. Throughout the period in which the proposal was conveyed and evaluated, deportations continued. The court record reflects that negotiations and mass deportation proceeded simultaneously. The proposal did not interrupt or alter the ongoing deportation process. The structure of the proposal was informal and conditional. It was not presented as a written agreement or treaty, but was conveyed orally through intermediaries. Brand's role was limited to transmitting the existence of the offer rather than negotiating its terms. After the war, the proposal did not survive as policy, correspondence, or diplomatic agreement. It appears in the historical record only through post-war investigations and judicial proceedings. Examined under oath, it was introduced not to explain policy or mitigate responsibility, but to establish conduct during the final phase of the war. Proposals that result in implementation typically generate administrative records, follow-up documentation, and official acknowledgement. This proposal did not. Its presence in the record reflects its examination during legal proceedings rather than its execution. What remains today is not speculation, but documentation, preserved not because the proposal succeeded or altered events, but because it was later examined, tested through testimony, and entered into the judicial record as part of a process of judgment. Primary source citation: The Trial of Adolf Eichmann. Record of Proceedings in the District Court of Jerusalem, 1961. District Court of Jerusalem, Volume 1, page 107. Testimony concerning Hungary, 1944. Negotiations involving Joel Brand and the proposal described as blood for goods.